It says it's okay.
And I'm happy to have you here with my grandsons, Jesse and Jacob. Wave. We're making pumpkin bread today, so this is a little bit on cooking with kids. We've already put our 1 2/3 cups flour in here, right, Jesse?
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob has a cup of sugar he's going to dump in there. Okay, go ahead and dump that in that we measured. Now we want to add 1 more half cup of sugar. So Jacob, take this out of here and show him how you're going to flatten the top off to make sure you just get a cup of sugar. Sometimes we get a little spills. Often it goes back in the bag. If it doesn't, we'll just take care of that later. Good. See that? The flat side of the knife. And now dump that in to the big bowl. You can dump it right in the big bowl this time. And now Jesse has already measured out. What did you put in here, Jesse? Do you remember? What are these things?
Cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg.
Right. He has a half a teaspoon of cloves and of nutmeg and a teaspoon of cinnamon. And you also put in these other 2 things. What are they?
Baking powder and baking soda.
Right. And you can dump all that in now. We've already measured it. And now, Jacob, you stir a little bit. I'm going to hold the bowl steady. All right, and then Jesse's going to stir a little bit. Very good. And now, we'll be ready to add in our liquids. So while you're stirring slowly, Jesse and I are going to crack eggs. Can you crack one and I'll crack one into this little bowl? Okay, crack one in. Yes, Jacob. Jesse stirs. Okay. You want me to open it? You cracked it. Okay, there we go. Now, take your knife. So we didn't bring a fork over here today, and poke those holes into the yolks, right? And stir that up a little bit, because we want our eggs a little bit beaten. Okay, Jesse, why don't you dump in this oil that's already been measured, a half a cup of oil, while Jacob finishes beating the eggs a little bit. And now, dump in the eggs, Jacob. I find the eggs are better to be broken in a little cup with a child so that you don't have to worry about the eggshells while they're learning how to crack an egg. Kind of gives them a nice edge to do that on. And now, Jacob, how about you take another turn stirring? Go ahead and stir. Okay, Jacob. Jesse, I'm going to need you to try to get this pumpkin in here. You're going to push it out with the knife. So, Jesse's going to do that. Jacob, let's hold on from stirring for a minute while Jacob starts trying to dumping this in there. That's thick, isn't it? That's our pumpkin. It's just straight pumpkin. It's not a pumpkin pie filling. That's 1 can of it. All right. Getting that out. You might want to... It's always fun to cook with kids. All right, Jacob, you want to pull some of this out of there? Got my hand in the way here. Yeah, because it doesn't dump out easily, does it? It's sticky and it wants to come out slowly, so I'm going to get the last little part out if I can. Watch your hands here. And now, it's Jesse's turn to stir. So Jesse, you ready to stir that?
Yes.
Okay, stir hard. I'll hold the bowl. And Jacob, you've picked up the right thing. You know what I want you to do with this? I'm going to want you to oil our bread pan. We have our bread pan we're going to be putting this batter into. And I think there's enough oil in here. Dip into here to get a little bit of oil from the measuring cup. Press it around and then oil the pan. Jesse, can I have a turn stirring too? Because I find when I do this, they're stirring, but they're not always getting down to the bottom to pull up the rest of that flour. And we want to get that flour all mixed in, don't we? So, Jesse, how about you do some more stirring? This really, I find that this takes a little bit to get it all mixed in. Great job, Jacob. You are using the paper towel to oil the pan, to grease it. And Jacob's working here. Now, Jesse, you're doing great. How about you let Jacob stir a little bit? Okay, Jacob, the pan is ready. And we have that here. There. Oh, I didn't hold the bowl. Yeah. Sometimes it's harder for a child to hold the bowl and stir at the same time, and so I usually find the adult can hold the bowl while the child stirs. Get all the way to the edges. See, even get that flour in there. See what's on the edge? Way over here. Can you get that? I'll put it there where you can see it better. See that? Oh, good. A little bit more of that. Oh, you're getting it all. Okay. Let me do one last little stir to make sure it looks like you've gotten it all in, with a little bit white flour showing. Oops, look at that. It was hiding in there, wasn't it? Over on this side. Okay, Jesse, you want to do one more check through to see if we got all the flour mixed in? Stir it. Make sure you don't see any of the white showing. Tell me if it looks good. How's it look?
Good.
Okay, then we're going to take our pan, and I'm going to hold the bowl up. Jesse, you take that spoon and you start dumping it in. Let's see if we can put it here where people can see what you're doing a little bit. I'll come over to here, and you're going to dump that on into the, and it's going to kind of run into, whoops, I have to get a firm grip on this. Into the pan. Sometimes we pull out a spatula to make sure we get it all in. And I'm going to take and work on getting the rest in a minute. I'm going to put this down, but we're going to finish getting this in. Then it'll be ready to cook. And after it cooks, it's going to come out like this. Can you smell those spices? Because cinnamon and cloves and everything smell really good, don't they? And we'll be ready to eat it. Does anyone want a bite? Well, if I can get a knife from right there, I'm going to cut this right in the center here. Okay, so we can see what it looks like here. And we're going to cut that a little bit. And I'm not using my own oven this week, so it's always a tricky thing when you're using somebody else's oven when you're on vacation. All right, take a bite. Tell us how it tastes.
Good.
Good. Okay, then we're done. And thank you for coming. You can always find me at KarenWhiting.com, www.KarenWhiting.com, and you can find this and other recipes in my book, The Gift of Bread. So boys, say goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks.